So, start na tayo. Okay, so yung topics natin is contrast sensitivity and then visual memory. So, first off, what is contrast sensitivity? So, contrast sensitivity is the ability to measure or distinguish between finer details and finer increments of light versus dark. So, ability din ito to distinguish objects from their uh, specific backgrounds. So, ano ang difference ng contrast sensitivity and visual acuity? So, visual acuity is the ability to identify the smallest detail visible at high contrast. While naman sa contrast sensitivity, visibility across a range of contrast and spatial frequencies. So, paano ang impact nito sa sports? So, sa sports, lalo na sa mga contact sports and different kind of sports naman din. So, meron tayo ng object identification, adaptability, and precision. So, object identification, high contrast allows athletes to clearly identify objects, movement, or motion. Sa adaptability naman, it helps athletes adapt more effectively to changes in their environment, tulad ng golf balls sa courses, tennis balls, mga ganyan. And then precision, key factor in sports like shooting, where the precision and the ability to differentiate a target from its background are paramount or important. And then, next, what are the factors affecting contrast sensitivity? Meron tayong physiological, environmental, and optical. So sa physiological, may factor din yung pupil size nito sa internal ocular health nila and then neural processing. Sa environmental naman, illumination, glare, and weather and background uniformity. And then for optical, refractive errors, optical aberrations, and then contact lens or spectacle quality. So, key factors din dito is yung pag-check natin, case history taking pa lang, identify natin kung saan ba yung chief complaint patient. Okay? Okay, so ano naman yung mga different conditions that would affect the contrast sensitivity of the patient? So, meron silang cataracts, refractive errors, optic nerve diseases, retinal disorders, amblyopia, binocular vision disorders, and then external ocular diseases. So, yung mga testing charts na available tayo dito, meron tayo ng Perry-Robson contrast sensitivity. Yun yung gamitin natin next meeting. And then CSB 1000. Yun yung parang movable chart natin dun sa Essilor. Okay, so gamitin din natin ito next week. So sa different sports, merong different visual demands and then yung contrast challenges nila. So for example, dito sa tennis, so tracking the ball's speed and spin. So nagbavari yung background sa crowd court niya, sa yung environment niya, and then sa basketball, player and ball detection. So damay din ang mga field sports like soccer. Okay? So sa soccer, long range visual cues, so may affect din ang shadows and weather conditions. So sa archery naman or shooting, so clarity of the target. So if low contrast yung background, so target niya is mababa ang contrast, mas mahihirapan ma-identify ng athlete natin yan. And then skiing naman, surface texture. So if low illumination, may fog, so may mahirap yung visibility niya, mas mahihirapan or magkakaroon ng challenge sa athlete. So paano natin may improve yung contrast sensitivity ni patient? So, meron tayong optical methods and then visual training. So, optical methods, bigyan natin ng mga tinting or coating ng mga eyewear nila and then proper lighting na rin. Sa visual training, bibigay tayo ng dynamic vision training, perceptual learning programs, or mga contrast-based drills na ibibigay natin sa kanila every now and then. Okay, so move tayo ngayon sa visual memory. So visual memory is the ability to remember or recall information such as activities, pictures, or words that have been viewed in the past. So meron two main forms of visual memories. Yung una is short-term visual memories, the ability to recall images that have just been viewed. A person with poor short-term visual memory might have difficulty copying notes sa marker board or sa mga uh, blackboard, mga ganyan. So hindi masyadong matagal. Okay? And then long-term visual memory is the ability to recall images or places that have been viewed in the distant past. For example, dito is a mom with poor long-term visual memory might have trouble giving the nanny directions to her child's school because she has difficulty recalling visually how to get there. So ano yung components ng visual memory? So spatial memory, remembering the location of the objects. Sa object memory naman, recognizing the shapes, colors, and features. Pag face memory naman, specialized area for identifying and recalling faces, and then scene memory, understanding the layout of an environment. So ano yung mga pwede nating examples sa spatial memory? Well, naiwan nyo yung wallet nyo, tapos ito yung naalala mo. So yan. Sa object memory naman, ano yung object na naalala mo sa ano yung mga features niya, anong kulay yon, anong shape, ano yung features nito. And then facial memory naman, example dito, ano yung key features na ano siya, meron ba siyang lunal, mga ganyan. So ano yung brain areas involved? Occipital lobe, primary visual processing. Sa parietal lobe naman, spatial and object location memory. For the temporal lobe, recognition of faces and objects. Habang sa prefrontal cortex, maintains yung information in working memory and for short-term tasks. While sa hippocampus naman, convert short-term visual information to long-term memory. So ano naman yung factors na nag-a-affect sa visual memory? So attention, so focusing niya and then recalling. So dapat nag-i-improve dito. Emotional content is yung type of stimuli that is often better retained. So mas madaling maalala if merong emotional stimuli dito when it comes to visual memory. So emotions, okay? Matandaan nyo, galit ka, happy ka, ganyan. Mas madaling matandaan yun or visual memory na naalala mo. Sa complexity naman, simpler images are remembered better. So, mas madaling maalala, ay mas madali yung image, mas madali maalala yung object na yun or yung experience na yun. For practice and repetition, it improves memory strength and then retrieval. So, the more nasanay kang gawin to, mas madali mo nang magagawa or mas na-enhance yung visual memory natin. And then, familiarity. So, familiar objects are easier to recall. So, mas madaling maalala ito kapag sanay ka na makita itong object na to or itong ginagawa mo. So, improving visual memory techniques. So, mentally rehearse objects or scenes. Gawin mo nang gawin hanggang sa masanay ka na until it becomes reflex. And then, chunking information. So, group elements for easy recall. So, paanong chunking information? Ano yung group elements na sinasabi natin? Mas madaling ma-identify if may specific na object ka na may isa-isa mo. Bagay hihimay-himayin mo. And then memory palaces pala. Uses spatial locations to remember visual information. So ano yung mga ano yung nakalagay dito? Ano yung saan siya nakalagay? Ano yung position niya? Ano yung location niya? So games as exercises, puzzles, matching games, and memory apps. So mas madaling ma-enhance yung visual memory natin when it comes to games or training. And then mindfulness and attention training. So enhances focusing and encoding of the information. So lastly, ilan yung saging? So dito may 10. Across sa lahat ng slides. Since yung topic natin is visual memory, ilan yung saging na nailagay ko? Kung sakali, napansin niyo, ilan? Balikan natin. Since visual memory ang topic natin. Final na ba yun? Narinig ko si Pierre.
5 po.
5? 5 lang? Okay, so may 16 kasama tong last slide. Okay, so visual memory. So initially, ang activity natin is visual memory and mag-vision training tayo next week. So gawin natin sila lahat next week na. Okay? Ayan. So send ko na lang sa inyo yung file and then at least be present tayo next week. Earlier, nakausap ko naman na si kung sakaling mas maaga. If wala kayong klase ng kahit mga early hours, hindi man necessarily morning na morning, pero yung as early than sa 1, gawin natin para at least hindi late na late yung pasok if ever lang. Ayan. So, yun lang po. Thank you. Activity tayo next week, Attendance is a must tayo.